What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 Super States AI only battle. We've got our first huge war. Like, this is the next level of war, and Florida just ate up Mississippi. Two separate wars against Missouri. They're going to lose both of them, I think it's fair to say. Wisconsin actually have got 24 war score up against New York, Nevada, and Missouri. That was a big game change in New York joining, but I don't think it's going to save Missouri. Luckily for New York, they're not involved in the war against Florida, who are only now at war with Missouri. They've separate pieced everybody else. They actually destroyed Mississippi. They don't exist anymore. But Nevada is still at war with Wisconsin and all of their friends, so it can still go quite badly. But yeah, it's getting interesting. Obviously, this has kind of allowed California, pretty much unchecked, to grow into Alberta. Obviously, Missouri were trying to stop that, and then that didn't end too well at all. Albertan peasants have risen up. It's not all going that well for them. But California are now massive over here. Still only 8th, though, on the Great Powers list. But I'm sure there'll be time. New York is once again going after Carolina. Not sure how this is going to go for them. They've got a 25 stack here. The problem is... oh no, this is New York's 30 stack. New York may just have to protect themselves now, because even they are up against quite a force over here. And Missouri's not doing too well, considering they've got... oh no, Missouri just pieced out with Florida. And yep, Florida just cleared up the ugly patch. Like, all of that death just for Florida to take like one or two provinces that were a bit ugly. Like this one here. That is it. That was all that war was for. Wow, Florida. All of that death. I mean, you did gain Mississippi out of this, but yeah, that leaves Missouri in trouble. There's another war. Wyoming and Baja California South against Nebraska. This should be an easy win for Wyoming, who is slowly growing. Obviously, we saw them take a bit out of Nevada. They need to be careful they don't overexpand, but they are doing well. California, that is a huge 66 stack just wandering around. But yeah, so now it is just Missouri and New York against Wisconsin, Indiana, Carolina, West Virginia, and Manitoba. I still feel like this alliance should have enough, because Missouri are pretty weak, but they probably want to piece out the sooner the better. Just bearing in mind that New York obviously do have... New York could probably deal with Wisconsin. It's just down to the others to get Missouri dealt with. But Missouri can always make a comeback if they leave it too long. So they want to be careful. But yeah, their war score's looking pretty... only 11, actually. That's not great. Not too great. Sweden going after Denmark in Europe. Cool. Ryazan doing stuff. The Ottomans going after Georgia and Shirvan. Obviously, Shirvan are pretty big. Big war, though, here. Castile, France... French Colombia, Portugal, and Puerto Rico, a state involved in that one, against Morocco and Britain. They're actually losing somehow. Not sure exactly how, but they're losing. So for now... wait, who's this? And how are they... oh no, how did Missouri... oh, they got one stack over here. I don't know how long that's going to last. New York sieging out Washington, D.C. already. Wisconsin obviously haven't got enough for what they want. They probably want to take a big chunk out of Missouri. But 20 war score probably isn't enough. Nevada isn't really contributing anymore, though they are trying to get this 17 stack over there. I don't think they can find a way through, though. Wyoming, 8 up a couple of provinces from Nebraska. I think maybe these two. Something like that. A couple. But yeah, they're starting to get quite big. Maybe replacing Nevada here, but they need to stop getting into wars for a little while. They need a little break, because they're probably overexpanding at the moment. Oh, saying that, who declared this one? It wasn't California. Oklahoma, by the way, are at war with Nebraska, so that'll probably be the end of Nebraska. Where is this other huge war come from? Oh, Manitoba have called in Wisconsin, California... Wisconsin? Saskatchewan. I don't know where Wisconsin came from, but Wyoming as well, and California against Montana. So this could be a bad time for Montana. Also going to be a bad time for Nebraska. I expect Oklahoma... yep, it's probably over now. Yep, there you go. Oklahoma growing a little bit. And Montana will very quickly disappear off the map. We'll expect Manitoba, Wyoming, all to probably grab something, I imagine. Probably will get their own little chunk, depending on how nice Manitoba's feeling since they declared. Obviously, Manitoba getting pretty brave, because they're obviously still fighting Missouri. Oh, but New York, is that New York? No, that was Wisconsin battering Nevada. Okay, New York is still just sort of sticking to New York right now. I don't think they want to get involved. They are allied with Florida still. They didn't lose that despite being at war with the same people. No, being on the opposite side of Florida. They were luckily on a separate side of the war. California nearly done here, and this should be the end of Montana, I imagine. We'll probably see it split 3 ways. The 4 provinces in question. Very soon. Let's just watch this. I do want to see if Missouri falls, but that can wait, because that's probably going to take a bit longer. There's no other wars going on. New York, have you been separate pieced? No? You're still in it. You're just maintaining yourself at the moment. You're still... Oh, you are going after West Virginia now. Oh, okay, now that war's over. Wisconsin pieced out. They probably only took like one province. I mean, yep, one province, probably. That's all this death for Florida and Wisconsin's part, and they only take like one province. Maybe they took some more up here, actually. I think they might have grew out this way, potentially. But either way, they just got an alliance with Acadia, too. That's going to help. Mainly since they lost one of their other ones. I think North Dakota. Somebody was dead. Because they didn't call in Acadia to that one. How are these guys doing? They got 20 stacked. They can't really expand. New York sort of prevent them expanding. Maybe they go after Newfoundland, but that'll probably only annoy New York even more. So that's a tough decision to make. Montana kept one province. New York gained this one. California, sorry, gained that one. They've only got Manitoba. That is a bit of a risk, but Manitoba did grab another province into the US. Digging deeper. Washington's still here. I imagine not for long. No alliances. I'd expect California to clean that up at some point. Quickly go in there and grab them. And once again, we are at a time of peace in the world of North America. Texas, Yucatan seemed to have survived that giant Mexican war that Texas was also involved in. They seem to have gotten away scot-free. Look at Texas right now. They are looking pretty good. Those alliances. Problem is, California is massive now. Like, next level massive. Wisconsin's pretty big. New York is kind of big. You just can't really see it because it's sort of spread out. But yeah, California is massive. Obviously, these provinces aren't worth as much. Like, this province is huge. But still, they are just ginormous right now. When do they have a treaty with Washington? No, so they can attack Washington at any point as well. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw that soon. Has this changed things? California are up to 7th. New York have shot up to 5th. I think that's because they've embraced the institution more than anything. California are yet to do that. Let's have a look at Europe quickly, even though, as I've said, that's not really the main focus of this game, but it's just crazy stuff going on over here, so we may as well have a good look at what's going on. Sweden being interestingly growing since they got freed from Denmark. Denmark still must be pretty strong. Got a lot of territory, but Sweden also pretty big. The Ottomans starting to grow more. Are they still number 1? Yep, Hungary are up to 2nd as well. They are giant right now. Ming are in 3rd, Britain in 4th, New York in 5th, the state. Obviously, it would be cool to look at what the states have to compete with. But we're starting to slowly lose states. There's less and less present, which means wars tend to break out now. I think it's just going to be bigger wars. We're going to see less of those sort of one-on-one wars that we saw towards the start, and more like 4v4 team wars that are going to be huge. That was a massive war. I think we'll have a bit of peace now because everyone was involved. Over the last video, I think everyone has been in a war except like on some of the smaller states. Like all the big boys have been in a war. So I'm sure that is the end of that. There is some Mexicans here. So Wyoming are in another war. Up with Texas against Baja California South and Chihuahua. What remains of Chihuahua. There's not much left since Texas sort of started a collapse in there. Imagine Texas will prevent the forming of Mexico. And I'm sure even if Texas took everything here, which would take ages, I'm pretty sure they couldn't form Mexico or something like that. I wonder if anyone would form like the US or Canada. I don't even know if it's possible. I imagine it would be at some point. Like if you got 13 colonies, maybe that would be possible. If New York continued to attack Carolina, that could be possible maybe. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure some of you will be able to tell me if it's possible. Anything else going on? It seems pretty quiet. Let's just watch Texas. How are you doing for war score? There's a lot of wars going on in the old world as well, so that's always good to know. Sometimes there's not many, but at the moment there's quite a few. Texas and Wyoming, yep, Chihuahua and Baja. Okay, so it's Texas v Chihuahua. That is the main purpose of this war, and they've fully occupied Chihuahua, so we might just see a peace deal pretty soon. See them take what remains. There's not much left. It's 52% war score. That shouldn't be too hard for them to achieve. Just need to, once they've sieged this out, they'll probably have enough. How much do they have now? 36. Yeah, if they siege that out, they will probably have enough. No, maybe not, but a few occupations, it'll be fine. They'll get it done pretty soon, I imagine. Pretty soon. I'm nice to see that all the Nunavut nations are just like allied with each other and not killing each other. That's good to see. They all just live up here in peace. Quebec's return has not seen anything yet, but they're allied to New York, so they're probably quite safe for now. No one has colonized Greenland just yet. I wonder if one of these people could do it. I don't know. What do you like for technology? 17, 16, 17. You're not off. New York is 17, 17, 17. So obviously maybe they just haven't explored Greenland. I don't know. Iceland, are you in... Oh, we have an independent Iceland with some random allies. Why are they so random? Look at them. They're just random small people in Europe. But, you know, that might be what they want. I'm not going to moan at them. Oh, California. No, that's Chihuahua. Never mind. Yeah, Wyoming's going to deal with that pretty easily. And I think we'll see a Texan peace deal very soon for these provinces. Texas kind of got an advantage here, I guess, that they can expand south. California and Nevada can as well, but they haven't really explored that option. California did a weeny bit, but they've not really bothered since then. But yeah, Texas obviously have that option of going south into Mexico without having to worry too much. And then have to worry about what's south. That's the benefit of being coastal. That's why I feel like Wyoming won't last. California, they don't have to worry about something to the west. Same goes for Texas, Florida, Carolina. But, you know, that's not really going well for them. Like Missouri, we're in the worst spot to try and be a strong nation. Wisconsin's doing pretty well up here, to be fair to them. I mean, they have got the sea kind of to their north, but they're in a worse spot. Again, New York are in a fairly good spot, having the coast to their back. But California in particular, I think they're in a good spot. Very, very strong now. Probably going to be hard to stop. Especially, I think if they embrace the institution, they should shoot up here. Not really sure how much, because they have got more development than New York, so yeah, they might shoot up if they get that. Texas did just grab both provinces, so Chihuahua is eliminated, and I won't have to guess whether I'm saying it right ever again. I don't think they took anything from Baja California south, but there we go, Texas looking just a bit bigger. Just a bit bigger down there in the south. What else have we got going on? Nothing. Nothing again. That is just brilliant. Alberta and Alaska is now completely dominated by peasants. 1615. Build marketplace. That is a mission. That seems like a very easy mission. You must be very much struggling. Alaska, you've not done any colonizing yet. That sucks. I mean, you're much better tech-wise than the Chukchi, so that is a surprise. Hawaii, how are you doing? What are you doing? Just conquer Palau. I don't know. Are you doing conquering? Like, you haven't even conquered these islands. Like, Castile is stealing Midway from you. I mean, I feel like you should be conquering anybody. Australia. Oh, Western Australia seems to have taken a chunk out of Queensland since the last time we looked. Seems like it, though. I think that's it. They haven't done any colonising. New Zealand's still free. So, is there people here? Oh, yeah, there is. That's cool. Still, no wars going on. Just, guys, just taking a time out. Everyone's been pretty hectic. It's been a pretty hectic couple of years. Letting those manpower reserves recover, I imagine, before it all just goes into a mess again, basically. That's what's coming. The Ottomans attacking the Timurids. The Bahmanis are involved, so India becoming important more and more by the day. The Oirar are attacking Muscovy. That shows you how weak Muscovy have become. Burundi going after Buhar in Africa. Britain is going after Cusco. They're losing, actually. That is not going too well. British Peru and Argentine not doing their job too well. And Brazil is still being just ruined by tribes. French Colombia is growing slowly and looking pretty strong. This could be, they could definitely play a part in like Florida, maybe Texas, and their affairs if ever they were to be an alliance between, say, these two, or if obviously a big Colombia later on in the game gets their independence. That would be interesting. See how that goes down. But that's it for this episode. Looks like we're going to finish still with everything at peace, which is good spot, I guess, to start the next episode. But thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, it would be awesome if you could leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.